Good day, and I am, of course, your friendly neighborhood GeneralLotz, and we are back for some more Return to Castle Wolfenstein, because we, of course, want to complete it. Alright, so, coming back to this game, well, I gotta remember all the controls, because I've forgotten most of them. I remember reaching this level in the game and thinking, like, holy crap, this is a long game, and it's like, every bit of progress you make in this game, it just gets better and better, because, you know, there's usually, in games these days at least, there's usually a point where the game just starts to get kind of boring or gets kind of repetitive. This game, no, it's like there's so many different areas, and they're so big. Yeah, I know there's not that many places to go in this area. But still, though, here is an entire bloody U-boat, and you can walk around on top of it. That was really cool back in the day. And you know what's sad? These days, I think this is actually way smaller than it would be in real life, though. Because I've actually seen a real submarine, and they're a little bit bigger than that. But then again, this is a Vidjagam after all. But still, though, I mean, that was really cool, both back in the day and now. Because these days, you never really have the time in these games to stop and look at things like that. Most of the time, you just have to keep going and going and going. And one of the games that really kind of shows that is, I believe it was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That's the latest Call of Duty I've tried to play. And man, you never have time to do anything. And of course, he immediately spots me. I should probably run away, and am. But Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is just so lame. You know, it really, really is. Because there's nothing you can do in it. I know I've complained about it, but like every time I come back to a classic FPS, it's like, man, they probably spent millions upon millions of dollars on that game, and it is in every way inferior to a game like this. And we shall smashy smashy, because we like smashy smashying. There's actually a secret we can find that I remember where it is for once. But, you know what's funny? I have a computer that is really, really powerful. Thanks to you guys, the fans, donating me all kinds of stuff. I'm able to play, you know, Dark Souls 3 on all high, maxed out. You know, I'm able to play, you know, Doom 2016 maxed out. And yet, I find myself just playing a bunch of old games, specifically PS1 games for whatever reason, and I'm not even really sure why. I wasn't even a PS1 fan. But now I'm starting to really enjoy PlayStation 1 games way more than I ever did. I guess it's just I get sick of the same old bric-a-brac that we always have to play because of modern games just being kind of lame. And of course I can't get... Oh, I can't get in here. Sweet. Da-da-da-da-do. I remember this part being kind of difficult a while back for some reason. I love how the bloody mechanics pull out that goddamn Lugers and think they can really just take on the super soldier that is BJ Blazkowicz. Although, you know what's funny about BJ here? In many respects, he's just Captain America. Like Captain America with guns. He doesn't have the fancy shield, but in many respects, he is Captain America, which is absolutely awesome, because Captain America is one of my, I guess I'd call him a favorite superhero, but he is one of the superheroes that is up there on my list of superheroes that I like. Although I never was a big fan of the Captain America comics, although I do have one from back when I was a kid, though, that I got. Back when you could get comic books from grocery stores, I have one from a local Kroger's. My mother used to get them for me all the time. In fact, the very first... You know what's funny? The very first AVP comic, and the very first Batman comic, were Predator vs. Batman 3. And what I find funny about that is, I became a really big Batman fan as I grew older, and I became a really big Alien vs. Predator fan as I grew older. Just shut it off. Nothing to see here. We are shrubbery. Move along. But, let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah, I became a really big Batman fan, a really big AVP fan, and so the first comic book I'd ever get from a store was, of course, Predator and a Shit. Predator and a Shit. That's a very obscure series in the 90s, but... A Predator and a Batman comic. Yeah, you ran away. Pussy! Not wanting to get shot. Oh, you know what's crazy? Talking about not wanting to get shot? I thought there was a ladder over here. I guess there isn't. At one time, machine guns were meant to be supplementary. The actual attack was all with the infantry. You were just supposed to send wave after wave after wave of men with bayonets, and that's how you would succeed. That, of course, didn't end too well. Unfortunately, Japan didn't learn this until after World War II. Although, realistically, you know, invading China, those troops didn't really have, the Chinese troops, that is, really didn't have that much ammo. And what ammo they did have, you know, they'd run out pretty fast. So you could have wave after wave of men at your disposal. Shit. Burn, motherfucker, burn! Okay, well, apparently my flame attack won't work. Good thing he's not pressing the attack, because I'm gonna fucking throw a grenade at him! Oh, that sounded just disgustingly terrible. Well, that guy's glitching out. his AI just died. Oh, no, it didn't. But I think my FG-42 will work better than his old painless. Yep, and it did. The FG-42 is a really cool gun. Oh, crap! Now, see, in real life, that would have killed me just from, like, the overpressure alone. Shit! How many fucking rockets does he have? I think that's what you like to... Look at all the tubes on the ground. Let's just have a whole backpack full of them. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Oh, man, that did a lot of damage. And I've got another, you know, machine gun guy, but... See, in real life, this would probably not go quite as well, but you never know. Accurate and aimed fire is always good. Shit! Holy crap! What the hell? Run! Hide me! Hide me! Okay, there we go. Peek around the corner. Come on, come on. I just find this hilarious. In a modern game, they would never do that. That's not going to go far enough. I think it might have, though, did it? Well, it blew him up. He certainly came to pieces, didn't he? Not that I ended up getting lost. I was talking about Batman for a minute, then I started fighting a war here. But yeah, you know, machine gun, it was all these, god damn it, all of these early theories about, you know, what a modern war would be like was all about, you know, the man with the rifle and the bayonet. Bayonets will conquer bullets. And I come to find out that didn't really work too well. Turns out, really one of the better weapons to use in World War I was actually grenades and knives. Not a good move, dude. Not a good move. But grenades and knives, can you imagine that? Having to jump into a trench, and the knife is the better weapon to use than a rifle. I obviously, if you were smart, you would figure that out pretty quickly, but I'd still be kind of iffy about the whole thing. It's like, yeah, but we got this thing that can hurl bits of lead really far away. Surely that'll be better than a knife. Well, turns out you can't. The big problem with guns, well, it wasn't a big problem with guns back then, it's just the idea behind it. You know, you'd want these big, massive, weighty rifles so you could use your bayonet to stab people. Or, you know, you'd have that so you could have volley fire, which was a concept back then. Now, theoretically, that whole RAM problem should be fixed soon enough, assuming I make it through the level. But yeah, let's see, where was I? Okay, see, this always happens in this game. I always end up getting, like, next to no health. This happens in real life, too. I get next to no health, and it takes bloody ever for me to get anywhere. Okay, so what we gotta do is, we gotta sneak... Okay, he's gonna pop out of there. And so what we want to do is we want to try to shoot him as accurately as possible. And we did. I want to save again, because there's another guy coming out there. Once again, in real life, a lot of these ranges are even further than this. That looks like it's really far away, but a lot of the combat ranges, you can't even see the guy. If you actually watch combat footage on YouTube, half the time, well, almost all the time, you never see the enemy. Which is pretty scary when you think about it. And in World War I, do you think, everybody talks about World War I just because it's the centennial, but World War II, in many respects, was far, far worse. And you gotta love, through most of this episode, no hitching whatsoever. Now it happens like every couple of seconds. I do not understand it. Here's hoping it's the old RAM, but then again, I did a 20-minute recording of a different game, and it didn't happen, so I don't really know. It's just one of those computation machine mysteries, and I'm not even a computer illiterate kind of person. Well, obviously I couldn't be, otherwise I would not get anything to fucking work, but hey. That being said, though, you know, we talk about World War I, but you gotta keep in mind, World War II is actually far more dangerous for the average infantryman. Yeah, World War I had all the artillery and things of that nature, but in World War II you had to worry about planes and tanks blowing you up, and of course artillery. That's the big thing you gotta keep in mind. Yeah, we look at the average infantry weapon, but most of the time the thing that got the most death to occur was arty, and of course planes just, you know, flying around and dropping a bomb. So you might have the best rifle ever, like the FG-42, and then somebody drops a bomb on you. That's always a problem. Or shoots you at you with a, or strafes you with a plane and blows you up, or shoots you with a 50 caliber and stuff like that. That's one thing that you know, these video games. Well, if these video games had that, it'd be a very boring video game now, wouldn't it? That's always that. It's like, well, video games are unrealistic. Well, if it was realistic, it would be Arma. Although somebody actually sent me a link to an Arma Terminator mod. I don't have Arma 3, so I can't really play that. Oh, I might have Arma 3. I need to look that up. Let's just reload our chain gun here, our ahistorical chain gun. But we're not going to use it. That's a boss level weapon. I'm sticking with my FG42 here. Shh! God damn it! That was surprising. Okay, there are some cretins in here that must be shot. Well, oh no, they were cretinous than I am. Are we all just cretins together? You know what I'd love to see? Some idiot say, oh, those gotta be Trump supporters. They were... Likely all those guys are dead by now, or really, really old, and they live in a completely different country than America. So you can't really say that. Well, that guy's dead, so how could he support him? It's like, and also, it's like, you can't... I don't understand it. That politics, though. I don't want to get into the politics, but goddamn do I want to, though. I really do. All the sensationalism. You know, it's just insane. But I've definitely have done my best to not bring up all the politics that are going on in the U.S. right now, but goddamn, is it crazy. And I got shot in the face for my troubles of trying to be political. But I'm just saying, it's like, you know, people would say, oh, they're Trump supporters. Yeah, because people in the 1940s, I don't even think Trump was born yet. Ooh, we got 100. No, we want to save that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our rifle here. Now, InRange TV did a video on the scope that was most notably used with the Mauser. Now, of course, this is not even close to it. We actually had the ability to jump. Most of these FPS enemies can't do that. Ah, the 2000s. Was there any better time to be alive? If there is, I don't want to know about it. Looks like jumping around like a fucking Mario. I thought these were German troops, not Italians. Oh, da-da-da-da-do. God damn it. Am I getting shot from... I'm getting sniped. I actually have been flanked. That is really cool. Even though I'm down to 1 health. Oh, should I save? Holy crap, where are they coming from? They're coming in from the mist. Oh, there's fucking Silent Hill out there. Hideo Kojima, no! It's kind of... That is really shitty what they've done to Konami, though. Oh, well. You know what? I never even really thought that much of Konami, because I didn't really think of that many games they did other than Aliens the arcade game, but now, you know, getting into Silent Hill, getting into, yeah, here they come. Getting into, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's sad that we're not going to get anything cool like that anymore. Although, I think, one of the developers from there is going to try to run! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Okay, this is still not a very good idea, but you know what? It'll do. Now, flak jackets did not work that way back then. They were not really good for bulletproof anything. Okay, we're fine. We're just gonna use our flamethrower. Our Flammenwerfer and burn them! Flammenwerfer! Okay, let us take out the old FG. Let's crouch down and try our level best. Do not get shot. Actually, let's get out the Mauser. Now, the Mauser 92 is a very popular gun. I'm not really sure why it got so much more popular than, like, the Lee Enfield, just because I like the Lee Enfield so much more. But I think, really, it does come down to personal... Ah, you gotta love that hitching. It's like instant replay, right? I do not know what that is. It's just one of those things you gotta deal with when it comes to making videos. Now, see, the funny thing is, though, it only does that when I'm recording. It does not do that at any other time, as far as I can tell. So it's like, it does not make sense that it would do that. And it's not a hard drive issue, because I have it running on a different hard drive than the game. That's just the way it go, I guess. It'd be nice if Fraps could ever get updated, but I think that project's pretty much completed by now. Which sucks, but oh well. I figured that moved. It was just going really slow. But yeah, going back to oh, the X Labs. Oh, this is a really cool, you know, diesel punk kind of laboratory system. The whole game is just every level just seems to get better than the last. That's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite games of all time. But in any event, we are out of time for this episode. I am GeneralLotz, and I wish you more good Return to Castle Wolfenstein, a good Lee Enfield, or whatever makes you happy.